Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Tracy on today. Today I am on the road, but don't pay attention to my hair. But I wanted to stay consistent, as I said before, about being consistent. So today I'm a substitute at my children's school, and I'm on a break. So I'm going to run and go grab some food, but it just so happened that my lunch break is the same time that I'm supposed to be on. So it worked out perfectly. So anyway, so today I wanted to talk to you. Oh, let me see. Look, don't look at my car because it's a mess. But I wanted to talk to you guys today about your target audience. So your target audience, who is your business? I'm sorry, I'm driving. Who is your business targeting? Who is your target audience, and are you talking to them the way that you should be? So, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Are you talking to your target audience the way that you should be? So, I ask you, who are you trying to reach? I just heard a conversation at a networking event that I attended the other day, and the event planner said that she was not getting the right people. And so, because people did not see her business or her role as necessary. And so I go to ask you, who is your target audience? And I said to the person who had discussed it, perhaps your target audience is obviously wrong. If you're going to people and they're wanting something totally different than what you're offering, or they don't see value, they're not your people. So in your branding kit, the one that we discussed, I want to believe maybe the second episode, you need to list out who your target audience is. If your target audience is mothers, then that is your audience. But you need to get a little bit more deeper into who your target audience is. It's not just mothers. You need to know the demographics. You need to know the age. You need to know if they have children. Perhaps your target audience is moms with multiples, or moms with triplets, or moms with you might be talking about, you might be targeting moms that are, I don't know, let's say, 35 to 55 with multiples. You need to be able to be clear on who your target audience is so that you can create a message that speaks directly to them. There is no situation where you can just have you create everyone is your audience, because that's not true. So I ask you, who is your target audience? Who are you putting down as your target audience? And I do hear that they say to create an avatar. That's totally up to you, but you need to define who your target audience is, who you're speaking to. Because if I'm talking to a mom and I'm using particular language, but I want to really be addressing dads, those are two types of language and two types of ways to reach those particular audiences. Even where you reach your audience is important. How are you getting these people, or where do you want to meet your target audience? We go back to the moms. If I'm targeting moms with multiples, and that could be, like I said, triplets or twins, hypothetically, where would I reach these people? You can go into you can go into groups. Good morning. You can go into Facebook groups. You can go into particular stores. You can go into particular areas where these people meet. So not only do you, once you find your target audience, you then want to do some research about how to reach them. Where could they be hanging out at? What do they like? What are their interests? And how can you infuse yourself? So that means that if my target audience, and I'm looking for luxury clients, and then I need to be in the areas where luxury clients hang out at. Where do they hang out at? Where are they? Where would I find them? Are they necessarily on Instagram? Do they hang out on Instagram, or are they at the networking events? And not necessarily just the free networking events. They might be at the higher end networking events where it's going to cost about $200 to attend that networking event. So one thing for sure is you want to know where they hang out at. Where do they live? Where do they reside? What do they like? Sometimes even to this extent, where do they buy? What do they like to do for fun? So those are some of the things that you want to kind of look into when it comes to your brand. Who is your brand speaking to, and what exactly are you saying? Are you saying the language that they understand, and are you hanging out where they need to be, well, where they are? Let's see. I will say, so over the past couple days or this past week, I have been going to some networking events. Not something that I've done often. I used to do it a long time ago, but I stopped. And good morning. And since I started going, I realized like how important it is for me to be able to get out there. So it was interesting because one is definitely not necessarily my audience, but again, they are, because I'm looking for business owners. On Monday, I went to I guess it was like a networking event, but it was a vendor event for those that are in the restaurant industry, chefs and what have you. Good morning. I am not a chef, but I can create signage for chefs. I can create signage for those that have restaurants. So I had to tailor my conversation to that particular audience. So I'm going to Chick-fil-A, guys. I have to go get something to eat, and these people are driving really slow. So you have to cater your message to that audience. I can't go in and say, oh, well, I do wedding signage. Yes, I do wedding signage, but that's not the audience. That's not the audience that was at this particular event. So when you find your target, good morning, when you find your audience, you want to craft a message that's geared towards them. You don't want to veer too left or too right, but you want to create a message for different audiences so what you do makes sense. And sometimes if I tell people, yeah, I create signage, they kind of look at me like, I don't know what kind of signage you're talking about. What do you mean? And then you have to express or let them know what you mean. So what I decided to do was just stick with the signage for that audience that I'm targeting at that moment in time. So the following day, I went to a networking event that was really geared towards creatives. So my conversation this time was, okay, well, I make wedding signage, menu cards, event day of stationery, but I think I took the wrong turn. In addition, I also make signage for businesses. So I had a NFC card. Hold on, where's that? Let me see. I had an NFC keychain that I took with me to the event. Oh, okay, you're just gonna keep on going to the event to be able to showcase some of the work on the go. I don't think I want to walk around with stationery in my hand while I'm while I'm at these events. But you could, if you wanted to, you could take something small so that people can kind of see what you do. Sorry, I had to get it out of my pocket. So sorry, person. I gotta go. Here is a sign here's the NFC piece that I created. This is something small that I can take with me that I can market myself at any time, anywhere I go. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, I think I just rolled over something. I have to order me some food. So, give me a second. I am so hungry. Hold on. I don't want y'all to hear me being greedy, so give me a second. Thank you. Oh my goodness, he took so long. I'm sorry. So as I was saying, so you want to know, so when you go to these particular events, you want to craft your message to that particular event. Tracy?
We have chicken sandwich, no pickles, no bad.
Yes.
I mean, no butter in the back.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yes.
Medium fry, medium, chop, no ice.
Yes.
One more sandwich, the same order.
Yes, ma'am.
Ranch and butter.
Thank you. It's kind of annoying. Anyway, so that's what you want to do. You want to be sure. So one of the things that I started to do is, like I said, craft a message. It's like an elevator pitch. But then you want to also give examples. You want to make sure when you attend these events, towards your target audience, that you have something to show. Whether, I wouldn't even suggest on your phone. You could pull it up on your phone, but send them somewhere where they can look at your work on their own. But another thing that we thought about when I was at this last event was people were sharing, I guess like their Instagram profile, but it wasn't being saved into the phone. So that's something that you want to do. You want people to keep your contact. So in order to keep your contact, you need a digital business card. So that would be something that would be great for you to have. And I want to believe these NFC keychains can go to, you can create a digital business card. As long as you have the URL, that information can then be pulled up on the phone. So I'm not suggesting that you have to get it from me. I'm just giving you options. So when you're out and about, when you're promoting your business, you want to have some things that showcase, or you want something where people can be able to contact you so that they can follow up with your business. And so I think that's extremely important. So you can just go ahead and take with you wherever you are. So I ask you, for those that are on here, who is your target audience? And are you reaching that target audience? And what steps are you taking to be able to reach your target audience? Not knowing who your, yes, thank you. Not knowing who your target audience is just like driving around aimlessly.
Here you are, ma'am.
Thank you. If you don't know who they are, how can you reach them? How can you talk to them? What are you saying to them? What information are you having for them? Those types of things. And as you create that target audience, that messaging, it needs to be consistent across the board. It needs to be consistent when you are sending out newsletters or emails. Hello. On your website, is it confusing? Can someone easily understand what you're discussing or what you're talking about or what your business does? So I will say that I have a cousin, and he is in the, I think it's called death services, funeral services. And so he showed me his website, and I asked him, hello. I asked him, where on your website does it indicate that you, especially on the homepage, where does it say that this is the service that you're providing? Because up here, I don't know. It says consultation. It needs to be a little, I told him he needed to have, he needs to be more precise. What do you mean by consulting? Are you consulting with just regular general business consulting? Are you a dentist talking about consulting? Who is your business? And that needs to be on the first page. When I open up the page, I need to know that we're talking about deaf services. I need to know that, you know, what you're selling. I need to know what you're trying to get, instead of me as the customer just trying to aimlessly go through your site. I need to know who you are, what you sell, because that is the quickest way to turn someone off. If you ever gone to a website and you're like, I don't know exactly what they're talking about, who they are, I don't know anything, that is what you do not want. That is a quick way to push somebody out from trying to work with you. So have a clear message, have a clear understanding of who your target audience is, and make sure that everything that you put out is consistent. So we'll go back to the branding piece again. I just heard this podcast the other day, and I was trying to record it so I can get bits and tips so that I can share with people. But if you go to a event, networking event, and someone has some some raggedy business cards, what are you going to think about their business? You're going to think they're not serious. You're going to question whether or not that they're really serious about their business. Like, who is this person giving me this raggedy business card? What you put out is what people are going to expect. So if you put out junk, they're going to probably expect junk and not want to work with you. But if you put out something nice, if it's clear and consistent, then people are more likely to want to follow you. Hello, hello, hello. So I ask you, what is your business brand look like? What are you saying to people, and how are you presenting your business? So that is all that I have for today. I'm exactly with 15 minutes like I said that I was going to be. And I want you guys to have a great day. I am headed back to teaching these little kids. So let me tell you guys, I don't play when it comes to teaching. Like, I'm going to do it. I'm there for a reason. Generally, I stopped substituting because I got a little bored. But I decided to go today. And I let them know off the bat, look here, I'm here today. Let's just get our work done and have a great day. One little boy was, he's always getting in trouble and stuff all the time. And so I talked to him, little African-American boy. And I asked him, I'm like, well, what's the purpose of you doing all of this? And I mean, he just kind of shrugged his shoulders. And so I let him know about Black excellence. And I also let him know that, it's one thing if you act up because you just can't help yourself, but then it's another if you're just constantly doing it for attention. And I let him know, like, how do you think your mom feels when she has to be called from the school because you keep acting up? And only reason because I know the little boy and I know who he is. But either way, he did pretty good at the end of the class. So we'll see how he goes for the rest of the day. But I just thought that it would be great just to talk to him, not fuss at him, just talk to him about just be his behavior. Ask him if he wanted to come over to my house and watch my son, because my son is always doing something. But anyway, that has nothing to do with my business insight. So I want you guys to have a great day. Mr. Nobody Creative, what kind of, let me see who Mr. Nobody Creative is. Nobody's Designs. That's a different name. It's kind of funny. Hi, ma'am, I sent you a DM. Okay, I'll check it. But that's all that I have today. I'm about to go head back to my class, and then I'm off, and that's it. Work still has to get done. I have to do some cake toppers today, and I have to teach CPR when I get home. Yes, I do a whole lot of different things. But I want you guys to have a great day, and just know that you are the face of your business, and what you put out there is what you're going to get back. So just keep that in mind. Have an excellent day. See you next week. Bye.